Noma has changed the face of the food and restaurants and has been named the world's best restaurants 4 times. Very big applause for Redzepi.
Interestingly enough, last week there was a story, I believe it was in the New York Times, that a big chunk of American children believe that cacao milk comes from brown cows. Then there's something wrong. Or you post a picture on Instagram, a beautiful steak, it gets 20,000 likes. Post a picture of the dead cow, you get 200 death threats. So let me explain a bit. This story has been told a million times. The foraging restaurant. Have you foraged with Redzepi? Eater once wrote. And true, it was simply the thing that everybody talked about. Of course, we have done nothing new. We've just rediscovered something. This connection to our place, I had never had that before, being the son of a Macedonian Muslim immigrant to Denmark. But suddenly I was connected. And it started to give us a new vision for how we wanted to treat the earth, an ethic of care that infuses every aspect of life. The basic premises is very simple. It started as a crazy idea. We should teach every child to be a forager. Everyone should be a forager. Because knowing your ABCs in nature, the flora, the fauna, the patterns of the landscape, and the rhythms of the seasons is as important, we believe, as learning math, learning to read, learning to write, especially today when people think cacao milk comes from brown cows. What if our kids, we imagined ourselves, were able to stroll through a park and they could pick things like they go and pick cornflakes and candies in the supermarket? We actually believe that if we focus on our children, and if they're raised understanding this, understanding what's growing around them, where things come from, how to find what's edible, how to cook with it, that they will also develop a connection to nature and an ethic of care for the wild, urban, and rural lands, no matter how near or far away those lands are. If our kids are enriched by nature, if they see how much we actually depend on it, and if they grow up loving it, we believe they will fight for it. Just imagine. I mean, I know it's a crazy thought, but it's not that crazy still to imagine. What if all of our children grew up having math, learning to read and write, but also stepping into nature as a part of natural sciences, eating, tasting, smelling? How would the future look like then? Thank you very much.